Welcome to Book Club.
My name is Lavasha.
And I'm Squizzy, and we are on chapter 3 of Tender Beasts. And from here on out, we will be doing more chapters at a time because we didn't realize how doing one chapter at a time would take us like a year to finish.
I thought about that and was like, that's a little bit ridiculous.
But yeah, now depending on the book, we'll be doing the 5 to 10 chapters at a time. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Anyway, all right, chapter 3. We meet some of Sunny's friends and her boyfriend.
Yeah, I thought it was so funny how like that was just casually dropped in, like he wasn't like she didn't separate him from anybody else.
Right.
Initially, it was just like I'm sitting at the table with my friends, and then it's just dropped in that Craig is her boyfriend. And it's like, oh, okay.
And apparently he's blackfishing. He's like gotten so tan. He's a white boy. That's another thing. She's dated a white boy in probably a majority black school or something. Mm-hmm. But like apparently he's gotten so tan that he's racially ambiguous and he's got like curly hair. And she doesn't seem to like him very much. She doesn't seem to like anyone very much.
She's ready to break up with him.
She's ready to break up with him. She's ready to leave her friend group. She's ready to stop. Like she said that one thing is that she tries to be nice. She tries to be friends with everyone in the school. That's impossible. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody probably sees her coming in like fake.
Yeah, and like what was it? She doesn't sit at the same table more than once a week. You can't build real bonds that way.
Right. And also she has to curate what she says. Mm-hmm. Like she's talking about how she can't complain about a trip to, was it Morocco or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot of work. And I do have noted though that in this chapter, this is the first time we see that she shows exhaustion at having to maintain her image.
Yeah. You can tell that it's something that she doesn't want to do on her own. She's doing it all because of that one thing that her mom said, mm-hmm. that she has to be an ambassador there at the school, that she has to be this person that her mom would look at as someone who would take over after she's gone.
Yep.
And I also made note of it while I was reading, that she hardly ever mentioned something her dad said or anything like that.
About her mom.
Her mom, yeah.
It seems like her dad was kind of like, he's present but not present, like most dads are.
Like one of those TV dads.
Yeah, that's just there.
Mm-hmm. Like there he is, like a lump on the couch. Like, where's dad? In the office.
Yeah, a lot of dads feel like just as long as they provide like a money into house, that like they've done their job, like they don't really need to do anything else.
But it kind of sounds like the mom was providing the money too. They're like,
I'm assuming they both had like
really good jobs.
I'm not sure.
Because they did meet at what was it, Toronto University, or University of Toronto. That's it. University of Toronto is where her parents met, and that's where she plans to go to school. She seems to want to go there just because that's where her family went, and also they have another house there.
Yeah.
Like she won't have to.
Everything is all planned out. Like I did find it interesting that like all the siblings are like going to University of Toronto. They're living in this house that's close to University of Toronto. Like and they don't even like each other that much.
Right.
Like I'm like, ew.
Like why are y'all staying together if you don't like each other that much? And there was also a moment when she was that in this chapter or the other one where she looked over and saw Dom laughing with his friend, and she's like, gosh, I wish I could do that with my friends.
Yeah, that was this chapter.
Yeah. But yeah, she can't like be honest with her friends. She doesn't have an open relationship with anybody, even her siblings, like in her family. She's keeping everything to herself.
Yeah, and that looking over at Dom and like wishing that she could be more free like him, it did like confirm the suspicion I had from the last chapter, like thinking she may be a little jealous of how, uninhibited he is by the rules and everything that she's placing on herself. Well, that she feels like she has to uphold her mom's legacy.
Yeah, and there was something in a previous chapter that also made me wonder the kind of relationship that the mom had with all the different kids, because while the mom did leave Dom out of the Little Bears song and things like that, they said that was the first time they saw him cry was at her funeral. Like, was their relationship a lot closer than everybody thought it was? Like, was he actually like her baby,
Like, honestly, I think we mentioned this when we first talked about it in the first chapter. Like, I did say I think that like she did care for him. Like, I do think they had a special relationship because like she's asking Sunny to take care of him.
Yeah.
So I do think that like just because Sunny isn't aware of the relationship, we're not really getting that information right now.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I do think that the mom cared about Dom.
Maybe even more than any of the other kids. Certainly in a different way than the other kids.
The first thing I have noted from this chapter is that Sunny knows a lot of information about her classmates, but
yeah, she treats it like an itinerary or something.
Well, she didn't say it, but it's in her thoughts that it's not interesting but necessary.
Yeah, like she uses it like to manipulate people to feel like they're close to her while she's like keeping a wall between them. Yeah. She has all their information. She's like, I know where so and so lives. I know what his aunt does and stuff like that. And I'm like,
she doesn't genuinely care. It's just
like you're keeping like rap sheets on people and not like friendship information.
I do think it's interesting that Craig blackfishes. Who was it that said he blackfishes? It was Darren.
Her brother,
right?
Darren. Yep. And Darren was the one who gave him all those products. Apparently, did he give him those products because, like, the products to style his hair and stuff like that? Is he like a family friend, or did he give them that stuff because he's Sunny's boyfriend?
I would assume that's because he's Sunny's boyfriend. I don't know. Like,
or do they just donate things like that they no longer use to the school?
And then, let's talk about her other friends a little. So there's Craig, her boyfriend. There's Mercy and Cheyenne. They're in a lesbian relationship. And then there's Dwayne, who is the fifth wheel and has a crush on Sunny.
Yeah, and she don't like him. Nobody likes him. Like, the rest of the friends don't like him either. Mm-hmm. But, like, he's still in the friend group.
Yeah, he used to have a crush on Mercy because he didn't know she was a lesbian.
But Sunny was the one who pointed out that she was a lesbian. So he's like, I'll just shift my crush on over to you. And she's like...
And again, we have one of those moments where Sunny is like, I did it very nicely. And you wonder, did she? Because he cried after.
Right?
You're like, did she drink that?
Oh boy, you dumb as a rock. She likes women.
And then he's like, I like the way you talk to me.
Okay, but apparently Sunny is a senior since she's planning to go off to college next year. And then all of her friends were suddenly like, we're going to go to the same college.
And I was like, dang.
I was hoping to get away from this type of life. I was hoping to get away from having to be this person anymore, but I'm going to have to keep doing that if y'all follow me to college. Mm-hmm. Oh, but there was also something else that I noted, that Dom is in his uniform now, and I was wondering if he was always planning to get in his uniform when he got to school, since apparently it was at school, or if he did it because she said something about it.
Maybe. I don't know either. Like, I would assume he was always planning to get into his uniform, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, and she wants to break up with Craig, but she's one of those people who's like, please let it fizzle out, and he breaks up with me instead of me having to look like a bad person by breaking up with him.
Yeah, she was disappointed when he heard he was planning to go to U of T, because she had been planning to just let it fizzle out over a long distance relationship. But then when she realizes he's planning to go to the same college, she's like, dang, that, like, if I break up with him for no good reason, I don't know, she'd be like, people will think I'm a bad person.
But what people would think that?
Right.
They'd just be like, it's a teenage relationship that ended. Because apparently her siblings, they be in and out of relationship all the time, but you don't see, other students aren't probably like, man, that is a whore. Like, I don't know what she's thinking would happen. She's thinking way too much about what other people would think of her.
I thought it was funny. There was one sentence that stuck out. She said somebody had an expression, like an unsure quality that she had learned to ID as insecurity. I'm like, does she recognize emotions?
Right? She has a very robotic perspective of things, I feel like, because like she's got like a list of these interests that other students have. She doesn't find an interest in like a lot of people. She doesn't seem to think of people as she didn't cry at her mom's funeral. Dawn did. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe she has a very divorced perspective from her own emotions. She can't like examine how she herself feels a lot, so she doesn't understand how other people feel too.
I put she's not empathetic. And then I put doesn't recognize emotions, question mark.
Yeah.
And then when she doesn't really confront her friends because that's not her way, but she asked them why they're all deciding to go to U of T when they had dreams of going elsewhere. They were like, we can't just go anywhere we want because we don't have the money.
We're poor.
So they have to go to a local school. They have to go to UT.
So UT is a local school.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just don't understand why she's not planning to go somewhere.
Exactly. I don't know
She's
that
got
either.
all this money, and she's acting like she can't do anything. Like that's how I felt. Like, what was it? The Gilmore Girls, where Logan Huntsberger is like, I'm trapped in this life that my dad wants for him. Like, no, you're not.
Uh-huh.
You're literally going to Yale.
And like, I'm sorry, but Sonny's mom is dead now.
Right?
I do have, like, the last thing I left off with in my notes was that it seems like she wants to leave Toronto, but she also wants to be in charge of the family or whatever. So it's kind of like two dueling.
But does she want to be in charge of the family for herself, or just because of what her
Right.
mom said? She seems to be so focused on doing what her mom said. And I wonder how similar their personalities are, because her mom seems to have trouble realizing what she's doing emotionally to people too. Like, does she realize how badly she's scarred Sonny by like making her like this ambassador and stuff like that, or saying that you're going to be running this place after I'm gone? Or like even the Little Bear song where she's like, these are my kids, these are my little bears, and then she's like leaving Dom out.
Honestly, you keep bringing that up. Honestly, I don't think like it was malicious that she did that. I think it was just like, I don't know.
Unthinking, unfeeling.
Yeah. No, not unfeeling. I think it was just like the song was over. like I don't know. Like maybe I guess she could have come up with another verse, like just created it out of nowhere. But
parents do that all the time.
I don't know.
She's like, song's done. I got one more kid, but that's it. I don't have the creative juices to come up with something else. But I think that's pretty much all I had on that chapter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no closer to sussing out who the killer is.
Nope. I feel like we're sort of getting like the basis of everything, the foundation. We're getting to know who these characters are, so we don't really have all of the little hints for the mystery right now of who killed her mom or why, and also more. We don't have more information into Dom's murder, alleged murder happening
Of his
right now.
girlfriend. Was that his girlfriend? Like, because they said he didn't cry when she died, but he cried when their mom died.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
which I don't think is strange at all.
but it depends on how long they were together, I guess. Like, if they were together for like 3 months and he didn't cry, it'd be like understandable. But if they were like together for a year or something, I'd be like, it's kind of weird that he didn't cry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for now. Since we'll be reading more chapters, we'll be able to get some more juicy information.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably get some more clues leading to who might have killed the mom, who might have killed Dom's girlfriend. And I read in the blurb that there's going to be more murders.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that's what the blurb said. It's like now that the bodies are piling up. And so yeah, I'm excited to get to more of it. And but thanks you so much for watching up to this point. We'll be having another one out next week every Wednesday at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. And if you're keeping up with us, just know that we'll be reading up until chapter 10 for the next video. So
Yes.
So if you're reading
chapter
along
4
with us,
to 10.
yes.
That's where we'll be at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See you guys next time.
Mm-hmm. Like, comment, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.